This bit is the ultimate team, so you've got 6 players, obviously your 5 starting positions, your 6th bench player from across all years of playing and coaching, positions and sub. Fire away, go. It can be any team, doesn't necessarily have to be St Helens.
Yeah, of course. I was just going to pick 6 St Helens players, but Danny Miller would be my first pick. Do I have to give an explanation for each one?
Yeah. I want you to go into a bit of detail.
Just the fact that, you know, his dad was always tough to coach against. He was tough to play against, because that was at the time where I was young enough to play against him and coach against him.
Yeah.
He was just tough in regards to he was a big point guard. They were quite organised in how they played. Things were kind of played around him to a certain extent.
Yeah.
He was very good in transition. He could shoot the ball quite well from mid-range. He was tough as anything. He had a good understanding of the game. He was very, very good ball player. The players that I'm going to pick probably didn't have much of a National League career. They might have done towards the end.
Yeah.
But these are players that I really saw, whether I played with them or coached against them or coached them, that developed in the ball. And I know that Danny spent a lot of time in the ball.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure that if his dad had to pick one at the time, he would probably pick a ball game over the National League game for Danny to play in, because they took it seriously.
They always took it really serious.
And I think that it was very important. Because competition breeds competition. So if his team's taking it serious, my team's got to take it serious. So he was very good in that regard. My own player, Junior, was a brilliant ball player. He played on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's where he grew up, like playing his basketball. Really, he only really played 1 year of National League basketball entirely for a full season towards the end of his under-18s career. So he was part of that time where we used to take the training and the games really serious. You could put him with 4 other players that were all right or whatever, but whatever you'd put him with, he was competitive. Yeah. And I think that other kids in the ball would look at Junior and go, look up to him, that type of, you see how hard he used to work, and he was just a bit of a force. And obviously because he was so athletic at that point guard position as well. He's not overly tall or physically imposing.
Mm-hmm.
He was just just a force in the ball to coach, and he made us really competitive for a long time.
Yeah.
Another player, Josh McSwiggen, for sure. Watching him play against Danny Miller and that type of age group, I used to coach against him a lot. His team that he played for was really organised, but he was the best player on that team by a far. Just his intangibles, just for the game, and his wingspan, his size, his skill level was impeccable.
Yeah.
For such a big kid at the time. You didn't really see that much at that time. Someone 6'7", who's taking the ball off the ring, pushing the ball in transition, making plays for himself, making plays for other people. Defensively, he was great. He shot the ball really, really well. He was kind of like a hybrid player that you see these days quite often, but you didn't really see it that much at that time.
Yeah.
I think he was just had loads of success in the ball at that time. Who else would I pick? AJ Woods is another one.
Yeah.
Just because from when I was a player, as a kid that didn't play any National League basketball, and then he ends up playing in Serbia for 2 years.
Yeah.
He just, obviously, I'm being biased there because he's a friend of mine and he has played for St Helens and stuff in the past for our senior team and stuff, but he was just brilliant to look up to as a kid. When you'd walk in the ball and you'd see this kid with this afro and he's just scoring 30, 40 a game, and do you know what I mean? Ultimate confidence.
He had a nice shot back then too, didn't he?
And it was very serious back then, and he was one of the pioneers for it. Another one of my players I picked is Connor Murta. Obviously, he's playing in Spain now. He's just he grew up in the ball playing. when I started coaching him, the parents would not argue with me, but they'd say like, you know, he's taking too many shots or he's dribbling the ball too much or whatever, because he was just playing inside beforehand. And, you know, we really used the ball to develop his athleticism, to develop his, his instincts in terms of like passing the ball, receiving the ball, dribbling the ball at certain angles, making plays for other people, making plays for himself from like a smaller position perspective, rather than him just rebound the ball or him just, just stand 2 feet from the basket and make a move inside or whatever. I think like the ball was really important for him to like develop those tendencies that have like helped him now in his professional career. Do you know what I mean? Like if I do a drill with him now, you know, like the things that he does, they're impeccable.
Yeah.
And they are so because he was able to like develop those instincts at a young age. His impact, like playing in the ball, was just, it's been evident. Like with St. Helens and the same with juniors, that we've won so many, like, you know, won a lot of different age groups for an extended period of time. Like especially with the under-25 stuff when he was playing, that was like we was always going to win the league for like years in a row with Connor playing on the team. Same with junior. You know, we won a few with junior in the under-17s and the under-20s at the time. Just because not only were we organised and stuff, but their talent level was incredible. And it's the same with the other players that are selected, like Danny and Josh.
Yeah.
The talent was so incredible at that time. It was like, and they worked their ass off. It was just like, just super competitors.
Yeah.
So that's why that's the first 5 I would pick. Obviously, I've got some honourable mentions in there as well.
Yeah. Go on.
But before to pick me 6, obviously Jamal and Jamal and Rabah, Samir, dominant for time. I remember.
Really dominant. They were scary. They were scary at that time.
They were scary to play against, like Rabah and Samir. I remember when Rabah played for the worst. He played for the best team, won the league, and then the next season he signed for the worst team.
Yeah.
And this also just made them super competitive. Just made them super competitive, like from the get go. Other players as well. Some Tuesday night players.
Yeah.
Nereus is one.
Beast.
To think about, because he's been there for so long, just consistently very good. Marv was good when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Mark
with his finger glue.
Yeah, with his finger glue. Yeah. Who else would I think about? Other mentions. I think that Jamie Prout and Tom Lee did a good job, like over the years.
Yeah.
Some of my own players, Terry was very good in the ball. One person that I picked as the 6th person for us is my own player, Sean Gates.
Yeah.
He was just in the ball, just dominant.
Yeah. He could play.
Yeah, and you could see teams just fear him, and kids would sigh around him. Do you know what I mean? Like, this kid just doesn't stop. And he'd just be taking the ball off people, scoring, going full court, shooting from everywhere. Ultimate confidence as well.
Yeah.
He's probably the only.
As well, wouldn't he, Sean? He worked really hard.
He's probably the only player that I've ever had like parents on the side say to me, "Is this kid like a professional player, or does he do this, or does he play somewhere else?" I'm like, no, he plays for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're like, surely he can't. Like he was doing some incredible stuff in games and stuff, especially towards the end of his junior career, where he was really like developed. Just before he went to America, he was like super skilled. So yeah, that would be my selections.
So you've got Danny Miller, and
Junior.
You've got AJ,
Josh McSwiggen,
and Connor. Yeah, nice. And then bench, Sean,
on the bench.
It's a good team. Who's coaching that team, Dom?
Me, 100%. And I'm telling you now, I'll take that 5 against anyone else's ultimate team 5s, and they can coach them. I'll take that 5 over and over again, and we're beating it. We're 100% beating anybody.
You'll be the first, I think, for this ultimate team. So we'll see what teams they come up against.
That can be the challenge. I'll take that 5 personally, and we'll beat any team that's nominated by anyone else.